Вот. Пошла на перерыв.
Step aside. Ito's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there is much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun.
What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Это, короче, драконий хребет, как я понял, да.
Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
Ну вот, короче, я так понял, это будет связано с драконьим хребетом как-то.
I like the snake puppy.
О, анимировали.
Super cool to see Albedo and Eula in Dragonspine. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty tense.
Они все по-американски, по-английскому говорят, значит, перевод будет.
Amazing. That was,
I know, right?
like, one of my favorite parts. Be honest.
I know we probably can't wait to learn more about the all new
Так, они все говорят по-английски, значит, на ютубе будет полный перевод.
Let's give away our first redemption code.
Хребет. Так, хребет. О, кстати, QR-коды. QR-коды, запоминайте, ребята. Нам они понадобятся, нам укрутить молитвы. Собираем QR-коды. Вот видите, нам прям даже подольше дают. Надо же. Прям паузу целую сделаю, ё-моё. Так, сейчас глянем. Я во. Пам-прам-пам. Ха. Это. И смылся. Ой. Так, ну что мы тут знаем? Ну, короче, разработчики пока, походу, чилят. Нам показывают свои QR-коды. Типа, вот вам QR-код, а с нас молчание. С нас молчание, а вам QR-код. О. Так, еще один персонаж. О, расческой. Расческа. Самое важное это расческа. Причесать. Что, если у тебя прически нету, то все, короче, все будет говно. Все будет полное говно, если у тебя нет прически. Поэтому держи еще бычка. Это, походу, он тоже кидается. То есть будет кидаться бычком. Не знаю, что этот бычок делает. Ага, он стиль Джирай пошел. Стиль Джирая. Так, ну он, походу, каменный, что ли? Или мне показалось?
Beetle fighting, trading card games, spinning tops, kendama,
да, каменный.
hide and seek, you name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest. Just make sure you're ready to get thrashed. Ha-ha!
Это типа он озвучивает, я понял.
Whoa.
Did you see him swing his claymore and then fix his hair?
He's
like
so
the
stylish.
coolest dude in Inazuma.
And yet he's
Inazuma.
like kind of this goofy
Ну,
kid at the
персонаж из
same
Иназумы,
time.
понятно.
Like hearing his words, it's so interesting, that dynamic, but I'm into it.
Okay, so our first character to introduce is Arataki Ito. As you can probably tell from the horns on his head, this guy is definitely not human. That's right. In fact, Ito's horns are a symbol of his Oni heritage. Just like the Adepti in Liyue, Oni are a special kind of being in Inazuma. We have already encountered other special beings in our previous adventures across Inazuma, such as the Bake Danuki and Tengu. This time, we are adding Oni to the list. Aside from Ito's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets is that Ito has established his own crew, called the Arataki Gang.
Okay, so he's a gang
Типа
leader.
атака гейм, это, наверное,
That's
ДДшка
an
будет.
interesting twist.
Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of.
Когда не знаешь английский,
There
да
have been
пытаешься
some
что-то
interesting
разговаривать.
stories about Ito floating around town.
Yep. He's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace.
Nice фандом.
Sounds like a kid's worst nightmare.
And apparently, he also won a ramen eating contest against a certain foxy.
Не, она не 0,5
Right,
звезд, это
which is
будет тот
another
другой.
aspect of his character. He has a strong will to win no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board. Oh, Sara's the one who defeated him and confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree.
То есть у нас формат
enough
просто,
of us
когда
just
они
talking
беседуют.
about him. Why don't we let Ito himself introduce his combat skills?
Разрабы,
Let's
где
welcome our
стрим?
special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ito, Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
Так, что-то у нас дальше.
Hey, hey, can you hear me? Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ito's fighting style?
Типа общается
Cool, let's get into it.
персонаж.
Ito wields a claymore
что?
and manipulates the geo element.
Клеймор, ну это
He's
то, что он говорит,
strong,
двуручник
tough,
будет.
reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth attacks hit opponents, Ito will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name, huh? Oh,
Он
another
говорит
thing to
про
note is that
ульту.
Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his
Объясняет
elemental skill or
Ешку
performing
и
a
обычную,
sprint,
ну,
which means
через Ешку и
you
обычную
keep on
атаку.
swinging even after you move. When you hold to initiate a charged attack, you can use superlative strength stacks to perform Arataki Keisagiri slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arataki Keisagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ito will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up.
Короче, как я
After
понял, у
unlocking the
него
talent
похожая
Arataki
атака,
Ichigo,
как у
which,
и...
by the way, means Ito's
Это,
the
короче,
best.
если у него
When Ito
длинные
uses
атаки, вот эти вот
consecutive
зажатые,
Arataki
походу,
Keisagiri,
будет то же
his
самое, как
resistance
у
to
Делюка.
interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the subsequent slash to have higher attack speed.
То есть он,
So
короче,
your
будет не
slashes will
крутиться,
keep
а
getting
именно бить.
faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents,
Ну, он объясняет,
Bloodline of
наверное,
the
за
Crimson
какие
Oni,
статы будет
damage of
закреплено.
Ito's Arataki Keisagiri is increased by a certain percentage of Ito's defense. When using his elemental skill, Ito hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull, at opponents, dealing geo damage. When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant
Опять
Ito
про
1
атаку.
stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang. Aw, isn't it cute? Yeah, anyway, Ushi is considered a geo-construct, and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their attacks. But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll flee when its HP drops to 0 or its duration ends. Ushi also grants Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength when it takes damage and when it leaves. Next up, let's talk about Ito's Oni King form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent, behold Ito the Evil, Ito lets his inner raging Oni King emerge, using his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. Yeah, you see that mace he's swinging? During this state, Ito's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden. The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arataki Ito himself 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit
Все,
opponents.
что я слышу. Нормал атак, слэш атак, 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 атак. Короче, понятно, ДД. ДД.
Increased based on his defense, and his normal
ДД
attack
шутка.
speed will also be increased. Ito also has an exploration talent, Woodchuck Chucked. When we have Ito in our party, we will have a chance to obtain an additional log of wood while using attacks to collect wood from a tree. So, collecting wood materials will
камеру.
be more efficient. Ito's pretty slick, huh? Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone interact with Ito in our future adventures because he's honestly a really fun character to voice. And those are all the inside deets about the one and only Arataki Ito. Zach, throwing it back to you.
And that's all from our special correspondent, Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Bye, guys.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such a cool character, though. Like, he's got really interesting combos and stacking and like, I don't know, that just seems really cool to play.
Totally.
На защиту, что ли,
Next, we're
будет
moving
браться?
on to our other new playable character in version 2.3. Let's see him in action.
Я просто армор услышал, значит, может, защита. Или броня. Так, понятно. О, рыба. Нормально. В книжку тебя заходишь, и такая, а где там рыба? Так, ага, лучником будет, значит. Так, вот это он ставит на себя. Значит, у него тоже, походу, гео. Окей, что там еще он удивит? Ну, вообще, на самом-то деле, лучник гео меня радует.
If there's anything ever troubling you,
Да.
don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't
Вот
guarantee that
кого
I'll
не
always
хватало,
have an
так это
answer,
лучника гео.
I'll certainly offer
Вот
you
мне
my
так
best
кажется.
advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Aww.
Whoa. Here we
You
go.
looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does. That he does.
I like him.
So, I know what everybody's wondering. Can we pet his ears?
Oh my goodness.
А, шутит про женственность. Сразу понятно.
If pet Goro would probably be the traveler. Not you, Zach, but the
He
traveler.
wants some pets.
To be clear.
Это ты мой
I would like to
питомец.
scratch Goro behind the ears.
Ты мой питомец.
Gosh.
What?
Yes.
Anyways, with all that being said, although Goro looks really young, he's one of the most reliable characters you might ever meet.
Yeah, in fact, among the Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's
Watatsuma?
known as Top Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's
Блин, ну
closer
это
to the
рыба
street,
из
and the other
книжки.
officers are always lining
Ну
up
это реально
asking for
забавно.
advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often doesn't know the right advice to give either. But he can't let the soldiers down, so he just gives some general pointers.
Не знаю,
and
мне
responds
кажется, надо
based on his own
замемасить
gut
эту
feelings,
выход
which
рыбы с
has worked pretty
книжкой.
well, so everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, you know, I guess that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve.
But as soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro
Battlefield?
is back to his
А, это
serious
не про
general
трейлер.
self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and
Песик наш.
inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights. General Goro of the Watatsumi
Вообще
Island
не
Resistance
хватает
wields a
вообще
bow and
мужского
holds a
катализатора, я вам
geovision.
так скажу.
His elemental skill Inuzaka all-round defense deals AoE geo damage and sets up his general's war banner.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Well, this banner is more than just for show. It provides buffs to active characters within the ability's AoE based on the number of party members in field who are of the Geo element. So, for example, when we have one Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have two Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption. And when we have three Geo party members, it adds a Geo damage bonus on top of the previous two bonuses we just mentioned.
Okay, so what you're saying is the more Geo characters we have in our party, like, I don't know, Albedo, the more buffs we gain from Goro's elemental skill?
Yes, that is correct. Any characters who lack defense and Geo
Скилл элементальный.
would probably like that a lot.
Yes.
And finally, we... Thanks, Koi. And finally, we have Goro's
Вообще похоже на
elemental
ульту, а не
burst,
на
Juga
Ешку.
forward unto victory. Unleashing his burst, Goro deals AoE Geo
Хотя-
damage and creates a field known as General's Glory. Just like his elemental skill, the field provides buffs to active characters according to the number of
Так.
Geo party members. What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and periodically generates a crystal collapse, which deals AoE Geo damage to one opponent within its AoE. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, Goro's elemental burst also increases all
Вот
party
видишь
members'
ты.
defense. And another one of Goro's talents, A Favor Repaid, grants damage bonuses to Goro's elemental skill and elemental burst based on his defense, which is great because I love seeing characters using different stats.
Wow, so that's all really cool. But I have to admit that little sidekick of his is so cute.
что-то
Look
там
at how it
радуется,
waves
там
its
что-то
banner
рассказывает.
alongside Goro.
Вообще
I wanna
нормально.
be its friend.
Okay, guys, focus. Come
I
on.
will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker of Shinies. Yes,
of what?
that's Seeker of Shinies.
The shiny.
It's amazing and it's adorable, yes, I totally understand that. This talent displays the location of nearby resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap while you have Goro in your party.
Oh my goodness, let's go seek some shinies! It's gonna be so handy when we're farming materials in Inazuma.
Totally.
Yeah, so you guys like Goro? Sound pretty good?
Yes.
Very good. A very good boy.
A very, very good
I
boy.
knew that's where it
Хороший.
was going.
Типа,
and-
почему мы не забрали у него глаз бога? Да потому что хороший парень.
Well, all right. Now that we've
Типа,
had our first look
очень
at
хороший
characters,
парень.
let's check out the
Очень
event
хороший
wishes
мальчик.
coming in version 2.3. The event wishes for version
Так,
2.3 are going to be a
Элла.
little different from
Альбедо
previous
и Элла.
versions.
Ну да,
This time, we will be opening two
Events.
character event wishes at the same time during the earlier phase of version 2.3. They are Albedo's
А это не является как раз таки катализатор
and Eula's
ледяной?
Born of Ocean Swell.
Okay, so both Albedo and
Okay.
Eula's rerun will be available at the same time, that means. That's cool. What
Sounds
else we
pretty
got?
cool.
Или это вода?
Well, also
воздух.
in the later phase of version 2.3,
Это уже
the
баннеры
character event
показывают.
wish Oni's Royale will become available, featuring our two new characters, Arataki Ito and Goro.
I'm guessing many of our viewers might be curious about the first two rerun event wishes, so why don't we give some more details?
Oh yeah, for sure. With each version update, we've met many new companions on our journey. So some new players might want to get limited
Получается,
characters from
сначала
previous
Герои,
event
потом
wishes,
только Альбедо,
but it's
адепт
probably
Хребта.
gonna take a
Жаль.
long time before they see their favorite character
Что
return.
будет баннер?
After collecting and considering player feedback,
Сейчас
devs
посмотрим.
have decided to push
там
reruns
интересно
forward
после
when
её?
the timing fits the version content.
So, coming back to the two concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same cumulative pull count toward the 5-star drop guarantee, which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least one 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean Swell. There will be more information in an upcoming announcement. with
Понял,
more
когда
details
начнется
on
на
each new
Ютубе
wish
трансляция, там субтитры
As
будут, так я
expected,
смогу
with new
зачитывать
characters
все.
comes new storylines. Ito's story quest, Taurus Iracundus, will be added in the new version for travelers to explore. The only race once
Наверняка
left
будут
countless
крутить
figures in
аналогично вообще
Inuzuman
то же
legends.
самое, потому что
But
сразу
how do
видно, что
Ito
запись
or
надо было
other
тут
Oni live in the
анимировать,
current
надо было
Inazuma?
показывать, тут
For
не
any
прямой
players
эфир.
interested in
Но все
diving
равно
deeper
интересно.
into Ito's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
Sounds
Ну,
swell to
параша,
me.
один парень, Альбедо и два Юлы, и
In
это Горо.
addition to Ito's story quest, both Goro and Beidou will be receiving their
Блин,
very
Бейдо у
own
меня и
hangout
так
events in version
есть.
2.3.
Зачем ее?
That's right. Players are going to get an inside
То
look
есть
at some
взяли
of the
два
secrets
персонажа,
behind
ввели, а
General
так
Goro
баннер
in his
такой.
hangout.
Oh, and we'll be joining Captain Beidou for an all-new adventure in her hangout as well.
We have quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the new version, so remember to save up some story keys to unlock those.
Heck yeah. If you like new characters and storylines, I bet you'll like some new weapons and artifacts in
Оружие,
version
баннер.
2.3. The new
Или
5-star
артефакты
Claymore
даже.
Redhorn Stone Thresher will
И
be
на
appearing
зумске,
in one
наверное,
of version
артефакты
2.3's
показывают.
weapon event wishes. Also, the new artifact sets Husk of Opulent Dreams and Ocean-Hued Clam will become available in the new version. Players will be able to gain these artifacts through a new domain located on Seirai Island in Inazuma.
Well, that's great, because I've been clamoring for new artifacts. And new artifacts always bring new possibilities for characters and great party combinations.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we've covered all the new equipment coming our way, we're ready
Ну
to
после
see a new
Хутао,
deadly
после
boss
Хутао
rising in the
сердце
coming
чаруется
version.
в баннере
Let's take a
просто.
look at the Golden
Все
Wolf
скажут,
Lord.
что все, у вас голевый баннер, мы все увольняемся. О, походу босс. Да, это самый босс. Это про фармиловку. Ну, стрёмный босс, если честно.
And that's our new
Не
open
рассуждают
world boss,
боссы.
the Golden
Все-таки, наверное,
Wolf
2-0.
Lord.
Dude.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake. I love him.
I'm kind of grappling with like wanting to fight it and wanting to pet it. I don't really know.
Да,
what to
I'm
actually
going to
do.
make it my golden wolf friend.
Oh, did you guys see the tornado too? I'm like, I better not get hit with that thing.
Ну,
Yeah,
вообще,
seeing
да,
that just
такое
made me feel
себе, если
winded.
честно.
Also, the size of that thing, that is one giant rift hound.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the structures of their bodies look really similar.
Great observation. Technically, the Golden Wolf Lord is the king of the Rift Wolves, which is also the reason why Rift Hounds and Rift
Golden,
Hound Whelps
типа
appeared in
золотой
Sroomy
волк,
Island
что
in
ли?
the first place.
Новый
As a
монстр.
giant,
А
monstrous
я думал,
beast
что
from
он уже
another
есть.
world, its subjects are tasked with making preparations before it descends.
Герой
And since this
пуляет
monster
с
will be a
камнями
recurring
заряженной
boss in
атакой.
Sroomy Island, players will be able to challenge this abyssal beast at any time.
Okay, challenge accepted, but how do we fight it?
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the corrosion status, which will cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold, it will summon Rift Hound Alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I
Подбил.
mean, I think I'm up for this fight, but it does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, but
Обсуждают,
don't worry,
какие
in the
челленджи
latter
будут.
stage of the fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to
будет,
geo
сложно, не
attacks
сложно?
decreases, while its attack increases. So you'll have to factor that into your strategy.
I gotta do math?
Так нормально. А чем плохо? Вот есть там колонны, камнями надо стрелять. Почему бы и нет?
Alright, it's probably a good time to take a short break and give away our second redemption code.
Не-не-не, эти
Sounds
камни
good.
особые. Вы чё,
Alright,
ребята?
code inbound in
Железо.
3,
Не, камни сильнее пуляют стрелы с камней. Так, а вот это тут поинтереснее, мне кажется, Эрик. Кто это такая? Я не знаю, кто это такая. Если бы я знал бы, кто это такая, но я не знаю, кто это такая. Кстати говоря, записывайте эти, как его, промокоды. Давайте их собирать лучше не в Ютубе, а в этой, как его, в Дискорде будем собирать. Хотя, в принципе, и в Ютубе тоже пишите, может, там кто смотрит. А вот кто новый придет. Не знаю, мало ли. Пропал. $228 зрителей. Собирают с 3 знаками, и атака летит. Это какой-то фишер. Яла Лоуренс. Ну во.
Welcome back, travelers. Next up, we'll be giving some exclusive details on the new events coming in version 2.3. This time, we're returning to the snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event. Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In this event, the Adventurers Guild will be holding their winter training on Dragonspine. They plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and Eula.
Эмбер.
Oh, that's
Кто-то заговорил про
cool.
Эмбер.
You
Кто-то
see what I
вспомнил
did there?
Эмбер.
Because it's cold and
Yes, Zach, I
Dragonspine.
did see what you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges
Не знаю,
and
почему, но
earn
мне
event
хочется
currencies to
промотать.
exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to
Интересно.
chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during our winter training?
The first is called agility training. Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to
Чё? Это еще
proceed
что за
down a
монетки?
race course.
Они устроили Марио. Они устроили Марио, ребята, смотрите.
And your score is based
Чё
on the amount of
творят?
time spent
Ёкина
and
баба,
the
это
number of
Марио.
insignias of
Марио
adventure
3D,
and
алло.
insignias of conquest you're able to collect during the training.
Блин,
Ooh,
черт,
and it
какого
also looks
черта?
like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special
Ой.
blessings will sometimes appear
Капец.
while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the
Капец.
Iron Skin blessing. which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to aim for the ice pillars containing insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh, you are so smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden
Блин,
in the
ну
course.
эти копейки летающие, блин, ну это либо Марио, либо Соник, я вам отвечаю. Да не, это Соник. Ребята, это Соник. Это реально Соник, я вам говорю. Я помню, был такой Соник 3D, и там была такая штука. А, Эмбер разбивает.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay.
Не, ну Эмбер, конечно, да, можно пользоваться так вот, но... Они, короче, походу, немножко хребет прокачали, не?
Will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and will emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry. There are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying
механизмы добавили.
Once you've activated the three mechanisms,
типа разогреть механизм, разогреть печки. Короче, будем разбираться, ребята. Короче говоря, они просто переделали факелы в печки. Все. Факелы в печке активируйте. Только с помощью этих камушков.
Whew, I can already see myself searching frantically to find scarlet quartz in this one.
Yeah, but actually, besides looking for scarlet quartz in the surrounding area, you can also obtain scarlet quartz by defeating certain monsters during the challenge. All three of these trainings have multiple challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and more. You can also obtain some snowman components.
Знаете, он сначала сказал примагема, а потом такой Мора. Такой, знаете, как будто Мора дороже, чем примагема, ребята. Как смешно. Бы надо это звук иногда вырубать. Типа вот потом такой говорит, типа, о, снеговика. Можно слепить снеговика, ребята.
Yeah, that is very exciting. And?
Не, ну вообще очень празднично, очень празднично. На самом деле, еще Новый год скоро будет.
4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle. Yeah, you want to refine this bad boy? Well, you can collect event currencies and exchange them for the sword's refinement materials via the event shop.
So, I'm sure players are wondering, can we keep our snowmen after the event's over?
Absolutely. We can bring the snowman bases and components home after the whole thing wraps up.
All right, another decoration for our Serena teapot. I'm looking forward to checking out all the snowman styles.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know what? Aside from all the winter training events, we'll also encounter a mysterious boss once we get further into the event story. But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves. Anyway,
Они пытаются просто приковать к вниманию Альбедо. Все они хотят брать Альбедо, Альбедо хочет идти к нам, он одинокий. Он хочет вашего внимания, он хочет, чтобы вы им играли. А вот походу и ивент айтем. У нас дается Мора, Примагема, Виапон. Короче, нам нужно будет искать собак и кошек и узнать, кто виноват во всем этом.
There have been mysterious disappearances of animals across Inazuma.
Ну это они уже про ивент рассказывают, какой будет.
According to the commission, our objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
A dog? There's like a whole bunch of
тут типа мы будем проходить на стелс. Нам дали прям вот как... Слушайте, а вот это вот раньше нельзя было сделать? Опа, стрельнули в попу. Не, ну серьезно, а вот это вот раньше нельзя было сделать? Типа вот эти вот зоны, как ищет, как так далее. Блин, как будто у нас квестов до этого не было на стелс. Вообще странные ребята, ну ладно.
We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away.
Как
If the
рвался
skill
дома.
hits a canine boonshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers
Типа
can
все эти
also
поймали.
activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause
Это вообще
distractions
напоминает,
too.
знаете, типа кошки против
Throughout our
собак, только здесь только
investigation,
собаки.
we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside
А,
places
типа
called dens
наваляйте
of thieves.
герою.
We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so be sure to give it a try. After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to obtain a brand new
Дай
gadget
дай
called the
погладить.
Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Unlike the gadget from the event, this upgraded net has been modified using Onmyodo. It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is
А,
we can
можно
keep
будет
pets with-
ловить.
Well,
А,
sort
слушайте,
of.
ребята, то есть
We
можно
can
будет
use the
словить
net
в
as a
лесу,
way of
поставить
recreating
дома.
animals that we meet in the open world.
То есть можно будет найти кабана, словить его, поставить дома, и будут он тебе спокойно гулять. Это, короче, новый предмет будет такой. Не, ну слушайте, ловить покемонов мы любим, без базара, все окей.
That there are some little critters who cannot be recreated using the net. Travelers may find which animals can be recreated in the archive. Yes.
Только что-то мне кажется, что там нельзя будет прям всех словить. Ладно, посмотрим дальше.
Some of you may remember the
Так,
previous energy
Energy-
amplifier event. It turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the energy amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation
Попытаемся.
stones can grant powerful bonuses to opponents,
Адептов.
so we'll want to take care of those
Да,
first
пойдем,
before
ребята,
facing
ловить
enemies.
адептов. Пойдем ловить адептов.
After defeating the enemies, we can
Адепты, вам недолго осталось, прошел новый квест. Вас нужно поймать и посадить дома. Журавлик был первым. Воробей или кто там. А, сундучки какие-то. О, это еще что такое? Ой,
Just like the previous
слушайте,
time we
какой,
entered this
какой
event, we will be
страшная
able to
штука.
select the difficulty and conditions
Кооп,
for the domains we
компания,
enter,
там еще
and
был
the
кооп.
energy amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure into the energy amplifier will determine the buffs you gain during the challenge.
In terms of rewards, there will be both first clear rewards and milestone score rewards to claim in this event.
Так.
So you definitely don't want to miss out on those.
Ну вот,
Our
Кей
next event to
несчастный.
introduce is Misty Dungeon, Realm of
Это
Light.
награды задания.
Travelers may remember this one as well. Just like our previous Misty Dungeon event, travelers will use the trial characters to complete dungeon trials. You will need to find all 3 of the ancient runes in the dungeon and complete their corresponding challenges to activate the runes.
Once all 3 runes are activated, travelers can gain access to the final challenge.
There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these
Хорошее
devices.
испытание, неплохо.
This time around, there
Но
will
если
be new
повторки
trial characters
хороших
available
штук,
and
это
new
тоже
trials
надо, а
for
то...
travelers to challenge. For
Это-
example, in the Thunder
Не, ну повторки одних и тех же испытаний, ну как бы тут тоже хорошо, потому что, блин, вот делать такой урезанный контент, как они делают сейчас, что типа вот на событии больше вы не увидите, это как-то... Как-то, не знаю, труд как-то очень теряется. Окей.
quests as possible to claim more rewards. And speaking of recurring events, our most popular merchant, Lieben, is coming back in version
Слаймы в виде
2.3 with his
кубиков.
goods.
У нас Майнкрафт подъехал, Майнкрафт!
Materials that he requests to claim rewards.
Плагиат
That's all we've
Майнкрафта.
got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content already for version 2.3.
We sure did, and buckle up because there's more. We've got some details on a fun update to the Serenity Pot.
Right. After the version 2.3
Чё?
update, we will be able to put
Paimon?
Paimon into our Serenity Pot.
Чё?
And she's got some new dialogue for us.
Подождите, а чё раньше нельзя было по... А зачем? Я думаю, блин. Ребята, так можно еще больше рофнуть с этого, я не знаю, там, ладно. Зачем Паймон? Ну ладно, пускай будет тоже почему-то.
Okay. And that
Они такие,
concludes the
окей,
new version
окей.
content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
All right, everybody ready? The third redemption code is on the way! Yeah!
I don't want it.
How are you doing?
No.
Что ты делаешь? Нет. Так, вот награда, 50 тысяч, 100 примагемов. А, кстати, да, QR-код. Еще один. Сейчас мы все запишем. И все начнем потихонечку списывать и использовать. Все ок. Записываем. И это уже 37 или ивент подарков. Ну вот, у нас еще один. Будем записывать. А у нас примагемы за постройки. А фиг его знает. Посмотрим. Может как раз таки постройки за примагемы, я бы не удивился. А, подожди, примагемы за постройки. Скорее, с постройки за примагему, да.
Every journey has its end. And we are reaching the end to our special program.
Yeah, time really flies, huh?
It sure does.
Don't rush.
As Zhongli says.
Oh, is that?
So, Koi and Corey, you are both first-time hosts on the program today.
Спасибо, ребята, вы
What do you
крутые.
think?
You know, it's just been such a journey for me personally, going from voicing NPCs like Draft to voicing Goro and being able to be here on the special program. And I just can't wait for you guys to get to know him better. So thank you for having me, and it's been an honor.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's
you and
awesome.
Go are two very good boys. Speaking of good boys, there's so many doggos in this update. Did you see? I'm going to pet all of them, and then I'm going to make 10 million snowmen.
Sounds like a good plan. I'm also super excited for the snowmen and checking out all of their different styles. And the Golden Wolf Lord looks so fierce and scary in the tornado, but I will die plenty of times, but I will enjoy it
We can
because
face it together.
yes, together. Help me out, guys.
Remember
Please.
to pack your albedo. I want a
Yeah,
dragon
you're
spine.
coming with me. Bring him, Koi, bring him.
I better.
Well, that's it for the special program today. Thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program, and we'll see you all in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Чё, все? И все? Это было все? А чё еще? А чё так быстро-то? Я уже такой думал, сейчас буду сидеть, тут что-то там. Ничего смотреть. Думал такой, а тут уже все закончилось. Капец. Капец. Ну что, ребят, тогда. Заканчиваем стримчик. Вы были на YouTube-канале Дук-Стук. Мы еще попробуем на YouTube постримить. Потому что там хотя бы перевод будет наверняка. Так что давайте всем удачи, все ждите, пока.